Hey, Stampin' friends, Darlene with Darlene Stamps. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to go through the April pumpkin kit and some alternates and some tips, and I'll be right back. All right, before I get into my cards, I want to show you a great extra that Pumpkin did, and you may have gotten this in your kit. And these little dividers will be in your April kit. And look how nice they hold my ink spots. Now, one of the things that we do with all of our Stampin' Up! Pads, as you know, is that when they're closed, the ink pad is upside down. So I went in and got, this is a small portion of my ink spots. I have some doubles in here. And then these little boards that come in the kit are great because they are going to keep those from rocking around. And I'm going to close that up. And then when I'm done with my ink, I will just flip it, and now they're upside down. So anyhow, if you've gotten that in your kit and not sure what it is, that's what it is. So I want to also go through a little idea that, or one of my, you look at where your inspiration comes from or any of that. One of the things that is nice to know is that with any of the creations, a lot of them have come from this book, or they've just been pure out of just creativity, or from ideas from YouTube or other demonstrators. But this is the idea book or annual catalog that comes out every year. This one will be expiring. This is April, so it's the end of this year, April 2023. So the new one will be coming out in May. But I wanted to show you, this is the idea that I'm going with. And so this is my idea, and let me get the glare off that a little bit. And so just similarities to it. So this is kind of how ideas are birthed. And so I kind of want to show you a little bit of how that works. So, so what I'll do is just kind of go through and do step by step. So the card base that comes in the kit is a A2 portrait. And the shaded spruce also was in the kit, or same color as March. So anyhow, I'm going to take my Calypso Coral and one of our blenders brushes, and I'm just going to save off. And part of using these, what is nice is when you start off of the card base that you're doing it, you don't get the blotchy kind of areas. So what I'm doing is just taking all of that white off, and this is the Calypso Coral, which is one of the colors in our kit this month. Anyhow, oops, put this up here. Sorry. So anyhow, a lot of you have, and here I just said I was talking too much because I just blotched some on there. Anyhow, you have seen the alternates. The channel kind of has a little bit of fun things that I haven't been able to do because I haven't had a craft room. So now I have a craft room, so that is wonderful. And then, so we have our base. I've just colored that top part, so kind of getting that white to go away and kind of give us our kind of, not an ombre. Ombre would be the same kind of color, but it's kind of the tones. And we're pulling out the color of the flowers. Now, I'm going to use a tool, and I'll show you the tool because it is, it's from We Are Memory Keepers. And it's a planner punch, and so this is how I'm going to create my my edge. And what's neat is that you can have different types of edges based on what you need. So for me, I needed to have this edge kind of look fun, and so in these little die cuts give you, whether it's for your planners or any type of holes that you're making for paper, just like this. Okay, now I'm also going to cut this down because I need it for about 2 inches. And if you have not seen the other videos on here, you've only come across this one. I just loaded a video that has my craft room. And so part of my craft room, I've been in transition for a little while. And part of that means that you don't have your craft space or your craft tools or any of that. And so what I try to do, I try to do some content and so forth. And so it's been a little challenging, but you work through it, right? So now that I have my base on here, and before I stamp, we're not quite done. So I'm going to take the March. This is our smash. I'm going to take our March extra stamp set that came in. Actually, I forget which one. One of them came in the March. One was an extra because it's our anniversary. But I'm going to use the leaves. I'm going to use these leaves. Let's see, right here. I'm going to use those leaves. And in the kit, now, let me just back up real quick, because in the kit comes the stamp spots. But when I'm crafting, I just use the big pads. Now, let me just say that these are the new style, and the easy way to, some people have said it's hard to get the, get it open. So I want to show you a little trick. So when you're holding the stamp pad, if you'll press right at the very tip, okay, you'll tap, it pops that open. Now you can see where mine rocks really easy and then will lock in because I have taken chapstick and I've run across this edge, and it makes that open and close just so wonderful. And then I also leave it open like this just to fuzz, because then I can grab it easier. Anyhow, my little tips. Okay, so I'm going to take this leaf that came in the March kit, and I want to create the little area of the kind of the I went to the bone, but the outline of the leaves, and kind of have them come off the page or off the paper a little bit, and flip that around because my rose or flower will be coming in the middle, so I can put that in there. So while I have the ink out, I'll put this over here to clean. While it's out, I might as well go ahead and do my my sentiment. So anyhow, so this is the same color. The shaded spruce is the same color as the month of March. Normally they're different colors, so it's kind of hard to do a smash. But we are going to benefit by putting March and April together. Okay, so we're done with the ink for now. All right, so now that we have our white stamped, I'm going to actually I'm going to raise the flower. Now, I'm using the dimensionals that come, which is nice because our kits come with everything you need. I have hosted workshops like at church for like a card ministry. I have hosted workshops with kits because everything comes in. Your glue, you would have to buy the pad, obviously the ink, but at least from the standpoint of like everything's cut out and it's all pretty and ready to go. Okay, I kind of want to get a direction of where the rose is going to be. And before I do that, hold the phone. I just caught myself. All right, I want to put the base down. Now the snail, so you know, snail is great for easy application. But if you're going to mail things, it's really challenging because snail can release. Like if it goes to the mail because different temperatures and such, it'll release. So just be careful or be aware if you're going to be mailing things or doing a lot of cards, because that'll count as an effect that may be negative on it. Okay, so we're going to put the sentiment on there. I'm going to put it down a little bit lower than what the sample was on the card, the catalog, because I want to be able to show off my rows. But could put it up here. No, I like it down there. So because I'm going to be gluing it to here, and this is raised, I want to be able to raise this edge so it doesn't flop around. So we'll just put that right there. I'm not taking this off yet until I can get the glue down. But part of the color or the ink is just good. Oops, now I can take this off. Is to match it. That's why Stampin' Up! Has such great supplies, product, because everything matches. So see how that comes together? Alrighty, so that is our first one, and then I'm going to, we'll do the embellishments, but basically you can see that in the March one, these little emblems, embellishments came, and then the little flower I put on the end. So anyhow, that's the one I want to do for now. I didn't want to go too long in this, but I have some more to come, and I'll show some alternates. So thanks so much for joining. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe now. Think about the ideas of getting those coming to you. I'm going to be coming with once a week back to my schedule again. And I just appreciate the patience through that transition. And I know the ideas are good, and I'm so glad that I got my pumpkin in time. So have a great day. Talk to you soon, and be blessed.